Hello and welcome to a new Garden of Designs tutorial. Today we are learning how to make this very cute skeleton mellow toy for Halloween. So let's start. First we do is we put some tearaway stabilizer into our hoop and we do the hands. So this is the contour stitch for the hands. It's the placing stitch actually. It shows you where to place the fabric. And after it is done, you take the hoop out and place some fabric just as you see here, and you add some tape to make sure it stays in place. Now this design can definitely be made in a single needle machine. This is the machine that we have for now, so just know that you can also do it. So what you saw is another contour stitch on the first fabric, which was right side up, and now we added the second piece of fabric, which is right side facing down. So the right sides are facing together, and it did the final contour for the hands, and this one has an opening so you can turn them inside out when you are done. This is all for the hands. You just take everything out and now you prepare for the body. Again, it will do a contour stitch on the stabilizer, and then you need to add your fabric. It has to be right side up, and it will do a contour stitch again to make sure the fabric stays in place. If you want, you can use some tape for this step also. And after that contour, it will do the contours for all applique parts. You can do this step, or you can pretty much just skip it if you want, if you have a single needle, because the fabric piece that you need to add to this applique is just as big as the body, as you can see here in the image, and all the parts are the same color, so they come from the same piece of fabric. It's way easier just to add a big piece of fabric and jump over that placing stitch. And now, as you can see, I have sped up the machine, but it will do the stay stitches for the applique, for everything. This has a lot of applique as a design, but it's easy because it's all in one color. And after it is done, you need to take it out of the hoop and you need to start using your scissors and go all around those bits and pieces of fabric. This is a bit tricky, but if you do it right and you go very close to the stitches, being careful not to cut them, and make sure your scissors are sharp, you need to go all around and do the skeleton design, and the results will be amazing. This is the part that takes the most time, so make sure to have some patience in your pocket when you start this project. When you are done cutting, you need to take a piece of tape and gather all those little bits of fabric that are left behind. This is to make sure that you have the best results, because they look awful when they get caught in that satin stitch at the end. So again, use your patience and do this thoroughly. And then you can see here we are adding some film. This is a wash away film. This goes on top so the embroidery doesn't sink in if you have fluffy fabric like we are using Minky. If you're using something else that's not fluffy, you do not need to add this foil. And here we have the sped up process. We did the embroidery, and now we are taking off the film and we are adding the back fabric right side facing down, and adding some tape to make sure it stays in place. This is the final contour for this toy. It is quite fast to make, except for the part where you have to cut all those pieces, but it sure looks great in the end. And after all this is done, you will take the hoop out and take everything out, and you need to take some scissors and cut all around this part. So here you can see we are cutting. Make sure to clip the corners, but be careful not to cut the actual stitching. So this is how you went all around. And now you have to remove as much as you can the tearaway stabilizer, and this will make the toy softer. If it stays in, it's okay, but it won't be as soft. Here's how we turn our toy inside out. If you're using the smaller size, I have shown you in other videos the pen trick, so you can use a pen to push it out. And here we are removing the tape. You can just take it out with your hands or use a damp sponge with water, because it is water soluble, so it will go away. After all this is done, we are preparing to stuff this toy. Here you can see we are cutting around the hands, and then we need to turn them inside out, of course, after removing the stabilizer. And now we are getting our polyfill to fill up the toys. First, we fill up the hands. Please make sure to add enough polyfill. For us, it feels like it's never enough, so just stuff as much as you can in there. Make it thick, because after some time it will settle, and if you want a toy that stays stiff, make sure to add enough. So here you can see we are adding stuffing to the body, starting with the head. Then we will push some stuffing into the legs, and then we are filling up the tummy. That is the last part. And after this is done, we go to the hand stitching. We need to close up this big opening at the side of the body. And after this is closed, of course, you need to close the openings for the hands also. We use a leather stitch. We showed you step by step in another video. Check this out here on our channel, how we do the leather stitch, as this is an invisible stitch, and nobody will see it if you do it right. So here you can see we are attaching the arms. Again, we are doing a variation of the leather stitch. So we are stitching one stitch in the hand, one in the body, and we try to go all around that part of the hand to make sure that it's very well stitched, especially if you have young kids that are going to play with this. You need to make sure that these limbs are very, very well secured and attached, as they are a choking hazard if you do not sew them properly. And when you are done, you repeat the same for the other hand. We used the satin bow for this design. Thank you for watching. I really hope this tutorial helped you better understand our Mellow collection and how it works. And don't forget to check out our Halloween category. We have a sale right now. It is 50% off on all Halloween designs until Halloween. So if you're watching this before Halloween, check out our website in the description below. Thank you again for being here, and don't forget to subscribe if you like this and if it was helpful, and share this video with someone who loves embroidery. Bye.